Hello everybody, just a quick video today to continue on with our note packets. This is the last you'll hear from me until after what we're supposed to have, is vacation week next week. And maybe I'll pop in and just, send you a hello or something like that. But, the state says that we're supposed to continue education through, through vacation week. But for me, what I want you to do is I want you to keep up with your other classes that, your core subject classes, and we'll take a little bit of a break from business law for a week. All right, and then you'll hear from me back on Monday. So this is just a quick video on continuing on with our packets. Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody's staying home. And I truly do miss seeing you guys. And hopefully we'll get to see each other soon. Hopefully, before the school year's out, we'll be able to get back together if everybody flattens the curve here, or somebody comes up with a lot of smart people in this country. So, somebody comes up with something to help us along here, to help us get back together as humans. So, anyways, let's continue on with contracts. All right, so we know contracts are the elements of the contract. All 6 elements need to be there, right? A valid offer, a valid acceptance. When you have a valid offer and you have a valid acceptance, you have a genuine agreement, right? When things of value are exchanged, that's the consideration, right? Everybody has the mental capacity to understand what's going on in the contract, so that's the capacity, and nothing in the contract is requiring anybody to do anything illegal, or the subject matter of the contract itself isn't illegal. When we have all 6 elements of a contract, we have a valid contract. And these are terms that you'll hear all the time when you watch Judge Judy or Joe Brown or something like that, Judge Joe Brown on TV, over little, petty contracts that they argue over on those cases. You'll hear these terms: valid, void, all right, unenforceable, or something like that. You'll hear these terms that we're going to talk about today, when you're watching those court shows sometimes. So these are characteristics. So a contract is valid if it has all 6 elements. It's a valid contract. Right? A contract is void if it's missing one or more of the 6 contracts. A void contract has no legal force. All right. For example, an agreement to sell drugs is to transport drugs, or it's a very easy example, but it's illegal. So the contract's void. It's missing one of the elements. Somebody didn't have the mental capacity to understand the type of contract they're entering into. For whatever reason, maybe they were declared legally incompetent. Right? It's a void contract. All right. One of the elements is missing. A contract is voidable if one of the parties can legally get out of that contract for some reason. If one of the parties can void the contract or cancel the contract is called voidable. And an example of this is contracts with minors. All right, if you're under the age of 18, you're considered a minor. Actually, you turn the age of majority a day before your 18th birthday, legally. Talk about that later when we talk about capacity. But contracts with minors are voidable by the minor. They can get out of it, which is why anytime a minor is going to make a major purchase, like a vehicle or something like that, you need a cosigner, somebody who's not a minor, because the minor contracts with minors are voidable by the minor, right? Some contracts are said to be completely unenforceable. I don't know why the LE is down at the bottom there, but that's just the way it is. Unenforceable. Usually because of some rule of law, or maybe because I put a time frame on when it needed to be done. Maybe I wanted my driveway paved the week before my daughter's graduation party. Right? So I put a date on it. It needs to be done by June 16th at the latest. Right? Well, June 16th comes and goes, and they didn't show up to do the driveway. That contract is unenforceable, right? and I get my money back if I paid him anything up front, right? Because I put a time frame on it. Or maybe there's something legal about it, like the statute of limitations has run out on that particular type of contract. There's certain contracts that say they have to be done by a certain date by law. All right. If they're not done at a certain date by law, for example, a contract to sell produce, right? Sometimes there's legal dates for the produce to get from like a lettuce. A head of lettuce is produce, right? Like from the farm to the store, and if it doesn't match within that date, then there's legal limitations to that, right? So that contract would be then unenforceable. All right. So that's valid, voidable, and unenforceable. Here a few more contracts. Contracts are said to be express or implied. All right. Express contracts are stated in words or written. They're expressed in some manner. All right. They're either written or spoken. All right. They're expressed. And this is, most contracts fall within this category. If I say I'll sell you my skis for $250, and you say, okay, I'll bring you the money tomorrow. All right, we have an express contract. All right, a lease, a mortgage with a bank, car payments. These are all express contracts, right? Some contracts have to be in writing, actually, to be legally enforceable. We'll talk about that later. Some contracts are implied. In other words, they come about by the actions of the parties. So, for example, if I contract with somebody to come plow my driveway, and I say, listen, I'll pay you $35 every time you come pave my driveway, or not pave, plow my driveway. Well, if he doesn't come and plow my driveway, I don't owe him any money. Right? If he does come and plow my driveway, I legally owe him $35. Right? We don't have to have anything written. His actions of coming to plow my driveway means I owe him $35 contractually. Right? If he doesn't, I don't owe him. Right? So contracts can be implied as well. One that comes about by the actions of one of the parties. Contracts are said to be bilateral or unilateral, right? Bilateral, two, right? Two promises, each by one person. So I promise to sell you my skis for $250, and you say if you pay me by 2 o'clock tomorrow, and you say okay, and you come and pay me 2 o'clock tomorrow, then that's two promises. I'll sell you my skis for $250. Okay, I'll take it. Done. I'll give you $250. So that's two promises. I'm promising to sell you my skis. You're promising to give me $250 by 2 o'clock tomorrow. Right? It's a bilateral contract. It's a bilateral contract if I have somebody come and pave. If I hire somebody to pave my driveway. Right? I'm promising to pay you X number of dollars. You're promising to pave my driveway. All right, it's a bilateral contract. A unilateral contract usually is a promise by only one of the parties, right? Contains an if statement. Usually, unilateral contracts and implied contracts sometimes go hand in hand, right? So if I say, if you come plow my driveway, I will pay you $35, right? It's that if statement that kind of makes it a unilateral contract, right? He's not promising to plow my driveway, but if he does, I owe him $35, right? It's a unilateral contract, right? So contracts can be void, or can be valid, void, voidable, unenforceable, right? They can be expressed or implied, and they're either bilateral, 2 promises, or unilateral, 1 promise, which contains an if statement, usually. Right? And so that's it for today. Next time on Monday, I'll post another video on valid offers and valid acceptances and how to terminate an offer, and how, circumstances that do terminate an offer. So that's it. I hope you guys, like I said, I really do miss all of you, and I'd like to set up a Google Meet, not next week, but after the vacation week. I just want to see you guys. I just want to see what's going on with you all, and see how you're doing. I just need to see. I kind of need that. I think it'd be kind of fun to get together in a Google Meet or a Zoom or whatever the case may be. So I think I'm going to set that up for after vacation week. I hope you have a great vacation week. I really hope you are staying home. This is one of the most troubling times in the history of my life, the most troubling time, and I hope we're all taking it very seriously, because the more serious we take it, the more lives we're going to save here, and so I'm really worried about everybody. So be safe, stay home, guys, and have a good Easter weekend, and have a good week. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.